Your diesel engine loses 15% of its power and efficiency within the first 50,000 miles, not from normal wear, but from accumulated contamination in 6 critical systems that most owners never address. This progressive degradation costs you money at the pump, reduces towing capacity, and accelerates expensive repairs. The difference between a diesel that struggles past 150,000 miles and one that runs strong at 350,000 miles isn't luck or build quality. In this video, you'll discover the 6-step process that professional diesel mechanics use to restore engine performance and the specific products and procedures that actually work. Step number 1. Clean the fuel system. Your diesel fuel system degrades progressively through contamination that most owners never see until performance problems become obvious. Modern high-pressure common rail injection systems operate at pressures exceeding 30,000 psi, demanding absolutely precise fuel delivery for efficient combustion. Even microscopic carbon deposits on injector tips disrupt spray patterns, causing incomplete combustion that generates excessive smoke, reduces power, and increases fuel consumption. Carbon buildup accelerates with poor fuel quality, short trips, and city driving. These deposits restrict fuel flow through injector nozzles, affecting the atomization that diesel combustion requires. Poor atomization creates larger fuel droplets that don't burn completely, generating more soot throughout your combustion chamber, turbocharger, and exhaust system. High-quality diesel injector cleaners restore proper spray patterns through chemical dissolution of carbon deposits. Products like Liqui Moly Diesel Purge or Win's Diesel System Cleaner use concentrated detergents that break down deposits without damaging sensitive components. These professional-grade cleaners cost more than generic additives, but deliver actual performance restoration. Direct intake spray products work faster than fuel tank additives because they deliver concentrated cleaner directly to the combustion chamber. Pour the product into a container, disconnect the fuel supply line, and let the engine draw the cleaner through the system while running. This aggressive cleaning removes years of accumulated deposits in a single treatment. Avoid cheap generic fuel additives that make cleaning claims without DPF safe certification. These products often contain chemicals that damage diesel particulate filters, creating expensive problems. Always verify that any fuel system cleaner explicitly states DPF safe on the label. Step number 2. Replace the fuel filter. Your fuel filter represents the first line of defense against contamination entering your high-pressure fuel system. A clogged fuel filter restricts fuel flow to your injection system, causing rough idling, weak acceleration, hard starting, and reduced power output. As the filter captures water, rust particles, and debris, flow restriction increases while fuel pressure drops. Your injection pump works harder to maintain pressure, generating excessive heat that accelerates wear on precision components. Modern diesel engines with electronic fuel management prove particularly sensitive to fuel pressure variations, resulting in mistimed injection that reduces power and increases emissions. Replace your fuel filter every 20 to 30,000 kilometers or once per year, whichever comes first. This interval ensures restriction never reaches levels that affect performance or damage components. The filter change takes 15 minutes and costs $20 to $40 for quality filters. Water separation proves equally critical in diesel fuel systems. Diesel fuel naturally attracts moisture that causes immediate injector damage and corrodes fuel system components. Always drain the water separator bowl during filter changes and check it monthly if you suspect water contamination. Step number 3. Change the engine oil and filter. Engine oil degradation in diesel applications occurs faster in gasoline engines due to higher operating pressures, temperatures, and combustion contamination. Diesel engines produce significantly more soot particles than contaminant oil, turning it black within hundreds of miles. This soot contamination, combined with fuel dilution and acids from exhaust gas recirculation, degrades oil's protective properties rapidly. Old diesel oil contains suspended soot particles that act like liquid sandpaper, grinding away at bearing surfaces, piston rings, and cylinder walls. The damage proves particularly destructive to turbocharger bearings, which spin at speeds exceeding 100,000 RPM and depend entirely on oil film strength for survival. Fuel dilution represents another critical concern in modern diesel engines and diesel particulate filter regeneration systems. During regeneration cycles, extra fuel escapes past piston rings into the crankcase. This fuel contamination reduces oil viscosity, creating thin oil that allows metal-to-metal contact and accelerated wear. Use low SAPs C3 or C4 specification oil specifically formulated for diesel engines with particulate filters. These oils contain reduced levels of sulfated ash, phosphorus, and sulfur that would otherwise contaminate and clog your DPF. The specialized additive packages protect against soot-related wear while maintaining compatibility with emission control systems. Fresh oil reduces friction throughout your engine, improving fuel economy by 2 to 3%, while reducing operating temperatures. Change oil every 8,000 to 10,000 kilometers or annually, refusing to follow the extended intervals that manufacturers recommend for optimal conditions that rarely exist in real-world driving. Always change the oil filter with every oil change. Reusing filters represents a false economy that costs far more in increased wear than the $15 to $25 filter price. A quality filter removes particles down to 20 microns, protecting precision components that fail catastrophically when contaminated. Step number 4. Clean the EGR valve and intake. The exhaust gas recirculation system reduces nitrogen oxide emissions by recirculating exhaust gases back into the intake manifold. But this creates severe contamination problems. The recirculated exhaust contains soot particles, unburned hydrocarbons, and moisture that coat intake passages and EGR valves with thick carbon deposits. Carbon buildup develops particularly rapid during city driving and short trips where engines never reach full operating temperature. Within 50,000 kilometers, these deposits can reduce intake airflow by 30%, choking engine performance and forcing the EGR valve to stick partially open or closed. A stuck EGR valve creates multiple problems. When stuck open, it allows continuous exhaust gas recirculation, diluting intake air and reducing power while increasing fuel consumption. When stuck closed, it prevents emission control function entirely, triggering check engine lights and potentially causing emission test failures. EGR cleaning requires chemical cleaners specifically formulated to dissolve carbon deposits without damaging aluminum intake components. Spray products like Win's EGR Cleaner work effectively when applied according to manufacturer directions. For severe contamination, professional cleaning services provide more thorough results, though the cost runs $200 to $400. Clean the EGR system every 60,000 to 80,000 kilometers, or whenever you notice reduced power, excessive black smoke, rough idle, or check engine lights related to EGR function. A clean EGR system maintains proper airflow, reduces smoke production, and delivers the responsive power that makes diesel engines satisfying to drive. Step number 5. DPF regeneration drive. Your diesel particulate filter traps soot particles from exhaust gases, preventing them from entering the atmosphere. This emission control function creates an accumulation problem that requires periodic regeneration to burn off captured soot. Short trips and city driving prevent the high exhaust temperatures necessary for complete regeneration. Incomplete regeneration creates progressive DPF loading that eventually overwhelms filter capacity. The symptoms develop gradually: reduced power, increased fuel consumption, more frequent regeneration attempts, and eventually limp mode operation. Forced regeneration services cost $200 to $400, and filter replacement runs $1,500 to $3,000. This regeneration process requires sustained high exhaust temperatures that only occur during highway driving. Take your diesel on a 30 to 40 minute highway drive at 55 to 75 miles per hour, maintaining steady RPM between 2,000 and 2,500. This raises exhaust temperatures to 600 degrees Celsius, burning off accumulated soot and restoring filter capacity. Perform regeneration drives once or twice monthly if your driving consists primarily of short trips under 10 miles. These brief journeys never allow automatic regeneration while continuously loading the DPF with soot. The preventative highway drive costs nothing beyond fuel and prevents expensive service interventions. Watch for signs that your DPF requires immediate attention: frequent regeneration cycles, reduced power output, increased fuel consumption, or warning lights. Don't ignore these warnings, as continued operation can damage the filter permanently, necessitating replacement instead of simple regeneration. Step number 6. Check air filter and MAF sensor. Your engine's intake system determines combustion quality. The air filter removes particles from incoming air while the mass airflow sensor measures air quantity, providing data the computer uses to calculate proper fuel delivery. Contamination in either component disrupts the precise air-fuel ratio that diesel combustion requires. A dirty air filter reduces airflow into the engine, forcing it to work harder. This restriction reduces power output while increasing fuel consumption. But the more serious problem involves inadequate air for complete fuel burning. Insufficient air creates rich combustion that generates excessive soot, loading your DPF rapidly while coating EGR components with carbon deposits. Check your air filter every 15,000 kilometers or annually, replacing it when visible contamination appears. Quality air filters cost $20 to $40 and take 5 minutes to replace. Never attempt to clean and reuse paper air filters, as this damages the filter media and allows larger particles through, potentially causing catastrophic turbocharger damage. The MAF sensor requires careful cleaning to maintain accuracy. This precision sensor uses heated wire elements to measure air mass flow. Even microscopic contamination causes measurement errors that throw off fuel delivery calculations. Clean the MAF sensor every 30,000 kilometers using dedicated MAF cleaner spray. Never touch MAF sensor elements with cloths, fingers, or any physical contact. The delicate wire elements break easily, requiring sensor replacement at $150 to $300. Spray MAF cleaner from the can, allowing the solvent to dissolve contamination and evaporate completely before reinstalling the sensor. Better airflow from clean filters and accurate MAF readings ensures optimal air-fuel ratios. This proper mixture burns completely, producing maximum power with minimum emissions while generating less soot. The reduced soot loading extends intervals between EGR cleaning, reduces DPF regeneration frequency, and prevents carbon accumulation. Bonus tip: diesel additives done right. Quality diesel fuel additives provide ongoing protection and cleaning that extends intervals between major maintenance tasks. Use DPF-safe diesel additives once or twice yearly in a full fuel tank, followed immediately by a long highway drive that maximizes the additive's cleaning effect. Premium additives like Liquid Moly Diesel Additive or Danadyne Performance Formula contain detergents that prevent injector deposits, lubricity improves that protect high-pressure fuel pumps, and cetane boosters that improve combustion quality. These multifunction formulations maintain clean injectors, protect fuel system components, and support complete combustion. Avoid cheap additives that make exaggerated performance claims or fail to specify DPF compatibility. The wrong additives damage particulate filters through chemical contamination that cannot be cleaned, only replaced at costs exceeding $2,000. Stick with the proven products from established manufacturers. The preventative maintenance these additives provide costs $15 to $25 per treatment, but extends component life significantly. Consider quality additives as insurance that pays for itself many times over through preventative repairs and maintained performance. Which of these maintenance steps have you been neglecting on your diesel? Share your experience in the comments below, and subscribe for more professional diesel maintenance guidance that protects your investment and extends your engine life.